Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. There's a proposal on the table for some property tax relief for New Jersey homeowners. To explain that, Senator Joe Pennacchio from Morris County. Sir, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Larry, thank you for having me.
So what is this proposal exactly?
Well, I know everybody has concerns about the current legislation that it's making its way through Congress that would eliminate the SALT, that's the state and local property taxes, from federal deductions. But if you take a look, we have a similar issue going on in New Jersey. We're not allowed to deduct our federal taxes, but we're also not allowed to deduct more than $10,000 worth of property taxes from state taxes. So I know the governor-elect has shown a lot of concern about this. Actually, it's a bipartisan effort as far as the concern that we've shown towards what's happening in Washington, but we have it within our power. The governor-elect has it within his power to go and to change that by taking off the maximum $10,000 allowable and say whatever property taxes that you pay in the state of New Jersey, we're not going to tax that tax.
Well, since the governor has already come out and said he thinks the $10,000 cap is unreasonable at the federal level and it would affect 1/4 of homeowners in New Jersey, it sounds like it's a slam dunk.
If you're honest and consistent with the issue, it is.
How much relief would it give for the people that it affects?
Well, whatever that tax is, we tax it by 8%. So it's easy enough to figure. Individuals can just see what they paid last year in property taxes. If they paid $15,000 and the state only allowed you a $10,000 contribution, my math says that 8% of what, $5,000 is what, $400? Immediate.
I also want to talk about legalizing marijuana. Mm-hmm. Many in the state, as soon as Phil Murphy was elected, said now it's a slam dunk, it's going to happen. Do you see it that way?
I hope not. I don't think it's a social justice issue. If it was a social justice issue, why tax it? It's all about money. It's about the $300 million in anticipated money that they think they're going to get, Larry. But they're never going to realize that money. There's so many issues that come up with legalizing marijuana, increases in fatalities on the road, increased car insurance, all those issues, the message that we send to our kids, all those issues are they're going to have a price tag attached to it. It's not going to be the state that's going to pay for that, by the way. It's going to be local law enforcement, local courts that are going to have to deal with stuff like that. It's going to be the person that sees his car insurance go up because we're a heavily congested state. And if it can happen to Colorado, where car insurances went up 3%, you know that's going to happen to New Jersey, where car insurances are going to go a lot higher than 3%, because people are they're going to drive because it's legal now to smoke the weed.
One of the arguments for it is it's inevitable, that every state is going to do it. Why not be one of the first ones for the money? Forget, I know that when you talk to proponents, they say it's about social justice, but the tax revenue is substantial, isn't it?
Well, again, they're not framing it as a tax revenue issue. Governor-elect Murphy never said it was a tax raising issue. For him, it's always been about social justice. But again, if it's about social justice, don't tax it.
But I'm talking about the tax revenue. Wouldn't that be worth it? I mean, if New York's going to do it, and Pennsylvania's going to do it, and Delaware is going to do it, shouldn't New Jersey be there?
Listen, if you're going to hit your head against the wall, just because you do doesn't mean everybody else has to follow you doing it. We have a perfect model if you take a look at all the bad things that happened in Colorado. Increase in crime. Kids now in Colorado are 74% higher than the national average as far as doing any type of drugs. Arrest rates for African Americans are 58% higher than others, even after they legalize weed. Why? Because this stuff is not sold in the suburbs. This stuff is usually sold in the urban areas, used and produced in the urban areas. So if you're using the argument of social justice, it's a specious argument.
I get that, but you're a Republican, and can you stop it?
Well, this does have bipartisan support. There already have been members on the Democrat side, if nothing else, they're saying slow down the process. He wants this done in 100 days. We had that model. We have the Oregon model. We have France has actually done it. Do you know in France they did a study of 10,000 fatalities on the road? You are more apt, twice as likely, 200% as likely to have been involved in a fatal accident if you have THC, which is the psychotic component in marijuana. So we have all these studies. Let's take advantage of this. Let's not do this in haste.
Sir, I always appreciate the time.
Larry, my pleasure. Thank you.
Senator Joe Pennacchio, when we come back. Still to come on Jersey Matters, the historical statue controversy hits New Jersey. We'll tell you what one New Jersey town plans to do with this statue of Christopher Columbus.